Well, here we are again. We're ready to do bag 3, and this is Andrea's Theater School, I believe, set number 41714. So last time we left off, we did bags 1 and 2, which made this whole stage area, which looks pretty cool. So now we're getting ready to start the next part, and just from those two things, we got about half the stickers done, including a foil sticker. So, where do we begin? Well, first thing we do, get this power cord out of the way. I need to find a way to get that give that a permanent home. And I believe that this is the next bag. So, without further ado, let's see where we're going to be working on today. So, we're working on the big stuff. And seeing where these parts go. Okay, they need to start putting highlights in these things. We might be hanging up drapes and curtains too in this one. Not sure how that's going to work, so we're going to do it and see. So we need 2 of these and 2 of the round tiles. Oh, okay, I see. So that's pretty much where I had left off. And I'm doing this a little earlier. It's like maybe 11 o'clock at night. Got done with the lunar eclipse. Watched a little bit of that while I was preparing for bed. And I thought, I'm still a little awake. Let's do this in a tutorial because I really don't have to get up early tomorrow, so that's even better. And so far this build hasn't been too bad. It's actually pretty pleasant. So it's not like it's some major headache or anything. And I forgot to note the time. Where is a time device? I don't even have a clock in here. So, okay. See if we can do about an hour's worth of work on these. I don't want to make these too long because I have to edit them and such, and I had an episode that was like my goodness, it was like over 2 hours long, and I thought that's probably a little too much. So you can always watch these. I'm going to probably put these series in a playlist, you know, so you can sit back and just listen to a certain episode. You know, a certain installment series makes it a little better. So, putting the track on here. And I'm hoping everything is in focus. So I'm just going to be focusing on an hour's worth of work. And if time permits, we'll do some more. Because this is another one of those deadline sets that I got to get done. Because I got a bunch more coming in that I have to start on. Some of these are like, once you build them, you publish them right away. And so, did a lot of stuff over the weekend. Nephew and I went for another drive. Sometimes, you know, I'm not by all means a good navigator. I don't know how I get around areas and such, but I do, and I told him to make a turn, and we had found ourselves, well, on the freeway. So, you know, he did pretty good on the freeway. He only drove down there for a mile, but I was like, well, we got on the freeway. I was like, okay, just stay in this lane. We're going to wait until we see an exit, and then we're getting off. And of course we did. Yeah, glad we did, because we would have hit the airport. So that's always fun. Him and I are getting a chance to hang out and stuff. He's about as close as to a son as I'll ever get, so. Alrighty. So, these are some kind of gears we put back here. And I think that maybe these are maybe to have the curtains. Maybe we can open up the curtains, and I'm thinking that's what these Technic gears are for. So maybe both these are going to open up and close. I hope that's the case, because that would be great for also sliding doors and such too. So we'll see how this goes. We do not know. Lego sometimes is mysterious, we just don't know. Alright, hold on. There's actually a couple of these. So yeah, I'm almost done with this year's videos in terms of tutorials. You know, editing wise, but you know, sometimes I'll just sit around, or I'll think of something will just pop in my head and I jot it down, and later on I just do a tutorial on it. So that's always a good benefit there. And I think that's what we are doing, is doing the tracks for the curtains. Alright. Especially for you guys out there who are still scared of these things, you know, you never know. And I'm going to try to keep this all in the frame here for you. So these are almost like regular curtain rods. A couple of these in gold. You know, these little track pieces. I noticed pearl gold is starting to get pretty brittle for me, so I'm just thankful that it doesn't break. Yeah, but I'm still getting a few comments here and there about, you know, some people watch these and they were stuck on a certain part of the build, and I helped them out, I guess, which is cool. Okay, it looks just like that. And this, and a tile. Looks like one of my prototypes. It's all multicolored. I bet there's one that's a mirror. And it just sits in here. And then that's what it does. Kind of hangs up there. Okay, let's do the other one. And when you do mirrors like this, you have an option. You can read ahead and do the mirror, or just say, nope, I ain't doing the mirror, I'm just going to take my time. And I always prefer the latter of the two if you're a beginner. If you're intermediate or advanced, especially in set building, you could just multitask and get a bunch of them done. Or if you just simply want to drag out the build to enjoy it. And I can't wait to get to the new stuff again that I've been working on. I got a couple of house plans I'd like to build too. Now here's the problem. It's time again, because I'm constrained. My time has been constrained down, or been restrained down to reviews. And I don't, oh, there it is. So that's the only bummer that I have right now, is getting the reviews done. And just to hurry up and get them out of the way. Okay. I believe this one goes here. So I'm assuming that there's going to be something hanging over the edge of this. And indeed there is. So what they did here is they used these. I don't know why they didn't shove them in there, but they're like this. And we're going to need 3 of these. So these are pretty handy pieces if you want to do this. Lego's starting to come out with a lot of new molds now for more advanced builds and such. So now it's pretty good. And they show you turn these here. You know, hold on, you can barely see what I'm doing. So you just turn these right here. Too bad you can't make both of these work. Okay. And we're building 2 of one thing. So, can you see down here? Well, you can see right here. So we're going to build mirrors real quick, not actual mirrors, but mirrors of a build. And I think these are the stationary thing for the curtains. To get these in here. And I need some upwards plates. Okay, 2x4. Now this is kind of buried in here, or a 1x4, so you got to have that 1x4 back there. Sometimes things are just kind of weird. I had to look at it a second. I got to give it a second look just to make sure. And the studs, let me put these back where they're supposed to be. And studs are on the outer portions. Right, and then these go on here. Alright. We're still not hanging the curtains up yet. Just 2 tiles. Alright. So now they are completely sandwiched in, and they are seamless too. Alright. So now we're going to continue on with the top here. And I'm assuming that we go right here, because there is a stud exposed here. And then we're going to stick these. Okay, it ends in the middle. Okay, good. Didn't want to confuse anybody or myself. Even these friend sets could be a bit of a challenge. You know, if you're not really too careful, you know, things will happen. So that's exactly. All right. And yeah, I got that there. And the 2 corners, what a waste. I hope this is really a finished off model. Like, let's hope it's solid with the roof. And these are going to have stickers. Spoiler alert. Yeah. Alright, I don't see that. Oh, there it is. Let's say, did I misplace that one only to show up later on? Now, I haven't vacuumed or anything in here, so that would be not where it's missing. Alright. Matter of fact, I haven't even edited the other pieces yet of this. So I'm way behind on... I've already got the review done. No, wait, this is Wednesdays. I'm thinking of another build. It's like we have the review done. No, how do I even have the review done? I'm still building this. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm not even making any sense. And I'm awake. Maybe I need to start being half asleep more, huh? We're almost done with bag 3 already. And, okay. I'm really surprised they don't make these in brick form. Instead of just have to keep plating these in. And I just heard my air conditioner flip on. Yep. Starting to get toasty. Alright. Two flat tiles. So it looks like we're just about done with the top up here. And let's, well, I don't know why I'm doing this now. They want us to put stickers on things. And, yeah, I mean, they got their own little insets, too, for stickers. So let's get the belly aching out of the way. You know, I always need these 2x6 tiles. And, yep, got to put the stickers on them. I mean, they're foil stickers, but steel. I'm not really sure. You know. At least we got one side of the sticker sheet done. Jay, just stop your belly aching and put on the stickers. See, I'm having a hard time. Getting this on here. See, I'm not even getting the sticker on here. It's just becoming a bit of a turd. And that's one thing with my MOCs and my tutorials. You will never see stickers on most of them. Some of them I already have foil print on a sticker, like on a brick that I don't really care about. Or if it's a mirror, oh man, I actually got that straight, pretty close. I mean, that's pretty darn close. Okay, now we got to put the curtains on, which is this. Anything that's Lego that has fabric in it's pretty cool. So no, this is not a hanky to blow your nose. Alright, that's nice soft. It's not that really stiff fabric too. Alright, so stick this through here, and it wants a gold stud upside down. So these are upside down, like that. Just kind of wiggle it around. You want it to be loose in there. And then after that, these go, I'll show you, which is kind of funny here. Yeah, that gravity's really going to be friendly with us on that one. Okay, and then right here, oh, one of the ladies took a topple. That's what it looks like. So I guess this is just a little weight at the bottom. And it looks just like the picture. So yeah. Let's see if it works. Yeah, looks pretty good. I mean, what does that retract? Probably about 6 studs. That's exactly what it does. If you want, you can also iron that out too. Okay, so it's the same thing as this one here. So, seem like they got the corners kind of singed to prevent them from unraveling. Just one of these old holders here, and then stick the stud. Now, don't stick the stud on all the way. I just like to try to drape it over the stud like that, and then push it down so it fits really loose. And since now it's fresh in my memory, we're going to do this guy here really quick. Okay, get that one there. You can tell these were custom made for this. And it doesn't look too bad, except for somebody's ready to fall over. Too bad these don't open up all the way. You know, both open up at the same time, but that's pretty cool. I've heard some people want to get this for the Muppet show, for the Muppets figures. It's not a bad idea, honestly. For the Muppet stage, just change out the colors, and you know, you'd be set. Okay. Can't wait to get some that's not tied into the big build. And sorry I don't have any interesting stories to tell. And I'm not going to make anything up. Alright. We put those there and stick 2 more going this way. I don't know what this part goes to. Of course, I could just look at the box. Yeah, we'll leave it as a mystery. Okay. So that's what the golden crowbars are for. They're just using the golden crowbars for some decorations. Alright. And put the golden crowbars and the leaves, 2 stud spacing between this. And how are these supposed to go on? Just like that. Gold pieces are always really good for decorative stuff. Like you could pretend like it's brass or silver or gold. And then on top of that we place some stars. And then, after the stars, more gold things. These face this way. What I mean by this way is the opening's like this, or it's like this. So that's what I mean by facing a certain way. Let's hope they give us extra ones of those. I can always use these. Alright. And of course you put it on there wrong, just so you can just turn these. There's nothing next to them. And I've got to place a couple of heart tiles. And my allergies are still killing me. There's a, I don't know if I mentioned this in the last video. There's a video floating around on YouTube on how to make Lego your full-time job, like how to make a career out of this. And I thought I'd never see the day that people would do that. You know, I mean, working for the Lego group is one thing, but purposely making your hobby a job, well, then it'll just be a job after that. It's not a hobby anymore. And sometimes you don't want to do that. Like this type of stuff here I always do. This is just merely for fun. I think it sits on the jumper plates. It would have to on these 3 things here. But some people want to make this their full-time career. You may want to press on these clips here and then the telephone piece and just kind of slowly wiggle it in. Just make sure. I'm just testing it to make sure I don't want it to bind up or anything. Of course, those curtains are pretty fun. But yeah, you know, there's some people out there who want to do that. Who want to, you know, make a full-fledged career out of this. I mean, that's up to them if they want to, but not for me. And we are almost done here with this. And then we flip this sideways. Does it matter which way it goes? Yeah, it looks like the angular portion is facing us. And we're going to make a bunch of lights using headlight bricks, studs, and stick with holders. Stick with holders probably go inside the headlight brick, like that. Oh, this is supposed to go on the bottom, not like that. So we got to make 2 of these, so I'm going to keep one down here. And my bad, you could not see what I was doing. This set's kind of funky. I have to constantly change angles on the camera because we're working both on the table and on the model. So, and then the cloud piece goes in here too. This is a new piece, this 1x2 brick with one stud in the center. That's a dream piece. A lot of us have been looking for that for quite some time, and I got to show you which stud did those go on. So if you're stuck here, I would just put it right there, which they do show in step 2. So this is a really good inspiration if you want to build yourself your own theater. And then now these just sit onto here, and the lights are surprisingly upside down. And it shows the cute little stars. That means we're done, right? And it goes in the back. And how does that go in? Oh, it just sits in there. So this just sits in. Making sure everything's locked in place here. You just drop it down like this. So it sits right in between there. It's pretty sturdy. It won't really fall out unless you tip it upside down. And that is it. And this is what we have left, just a couple of little pieces. So we got that out of the way. Alright, let's now move on to bag 4. We may just do 4 and 5, so we'll do 3 through 5 today, I'm not sure. And this one here has Ollie with his little man bun. Oh. Okay, well this would be interesting. So I also obviously need these two as well. And let's get started. Okay. So we got to build his little briefcase. Looks like a doctor's bag. Okay, I found his head. Oh, he's got blue eyes. No, don't your head be rolling around. Looking for the flat tile for this. I hope we're not going to put a sticker on this flat tile right here. That'd be a waste. Okay. Now, let's start finding all the torsos and stuff here. Well, a torso. He's already got the boots on and the khakis. Looks like he's ready to go hunting or hiking, but no, he's got this weird shirt on. And the blue eyes. And the man bun. I mean, really, seriously, a man bun. I mean, the style has been out. It's been out of fad for what, 10 years now, and we're still doing the man bun. Okay, well, he can join the others when we're done here. So the ladies can, they'll push him through that trap door. And we got the little, we have this thing that he puts in his hand. Probably his medical bag. No, it's probably his hair accessories to put in his man bun. We don't know. Okay. So we'll start with one of these, and this is going to be like a mosaic. So I'm sorry about the angle. I don't want to have to keep changing the camera around, but this is mostly just tiles and plates. So this bag here is not too bad. Matter of fact, you know, despite the color scheme, this is actually pretty bright. Those are nice coral plates too. So, and we're building a tree here that's kind of floating in space. First I gotta find the parts. Oh, it's one of these. So that's 2 studs from the edge. Yeah, reddish brown. I hope that's not going to break on us. So I guess what these are is the backdrops. And that is not in the right spot. And you know what I forgot to grab? A brick separator. And my nails are not long enough. Okay. Yep, already made a mistake. At least it wasn't in bag 3. You know, honestly though, the recipient, whoever gets this set, will have a lot of fun with this. You know, it's a very pleasant build for it being a friend set. And we have a couple of radiator grills. I'm sure that these are the metallic. Must be the prison door. Maybe this is a prison cell, we don't know. Maybe Aldi did something bad. It has to be locked up. So who knows? And oh, it's like a little castle, I think. These are flat on the end, so I bet this probably fits in some sort of track in the back. And I made another mistake. So it's like this. Yeah, that brick separator comes in handy when you're doing these because it's going to be a mosaic. So okay, so now we're doing the door, and looks like these are just sitting right on top. That's exactly what they are. They only held them with 1 stud. So if you think that you did something wrong there, no, you didn't do anything wrong. That's just what it's asking for, is 1 stud. And a little window here. Start with the round one first, and that. And we're going to be, that's all the next step. We're going to put this on here, and I'm assuming it goes here. It shows it hanging over, so I think it goes like this. I bet it attaches here. Yeah, I think that's what it is. And then okay, so we cover this end up here with this. So that's how it goes. That looks kind of tacky. That's what it looks like so far. Pretty cool. And honestly though, these type of little mosaics are a really good way to, it's a good way of showing your artistic ability, and you could take it apart if you need to. It's a great little summer project. And we're done with that. And it shows it goes in the back here, but we're going to do that here in a second. We're going to build both of these real quick, and we'll just show you how they work. So it looks like this one here is the night scene. Just imagine if you actually wired this up with some LED lighting, it would look really good. I just noticed that we're halfway through this build already. That's what the progress bar on the bottom is telling me, see? Well, halfway done. We're in bag 4. So what I may just do is I just may do 4 and 5. and so on and so forth. And just get them both done. And then that'll leave 6, 7, and 8 for the, possibly for the last installment. It's supposed to be this color? Let me make sure here. Let's read ahead because I don't have a lot of those. Okay, I got to show you something here. The coral and the dark pink look almost the same. So I think it's coral and then dark pink. There goes the brick separator. So if you're having a hard time seeing that, which I did, that's what it is. So it's the bright orange, coral, and dark pink. Honestly, I don't think it really matters. Well, I am missing, I have one of these. Let me go back through it again. 1, 1, 1. Yeah. So I must have one of these misplaced in another bin. I don't see it anywhere here. Well, okay, I grabbed one out of my personal collection. So the next one shows up. I'm sure it's in one of the other totes that I have. That's okay though. And some green here. Honestly, this is a nice, subtle little build. Doing just the mosaics. If anything, this would just make a good little activity in itself. Must be a bunch of buildings, and this is supposed to be the skyline, I'm presuming. And 2 of these. So I'm gathering is that these pieces that are attached to the bottom of these tiles are actually stops, because the tree has one right here and here, so I'm assuming that this one here is also going to stop it as well. Okay, let's see here. Okay, obviously we have to do some of these. This is supposed to be like the little road. I am not a city person. Every time somebody says, let's go take a trip into the city, I kind of cringe. I'm like, no, I've got to put a few more up here. Like, why? And I'm like, because I'm not a city person at all. I have friends who love the city. You want to go out of town? Nope, nope, nope. I want to be here around a lot of people and around everything. You don't want to go camping? No, 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 no. They're like lame. Alright, or you can just take this and stick that in there. Ollie with his blue eyes and his man bun just watching me build this. Going, hey, 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 you gotta put the stickers on that set. Yeah, but we're not putting them on this now, are we, Mr. Ollie? So yeah, if you're getting this for the Muppets, I'm sure that you could just swap out a few colors, and including these themes in the background, And there you go. You're pretty set. Alright, let's get this one here kind of, ooh. Just trying to line that one up there. These are going to be a bit challenging. That looks good to me. And we are not done yet. This is the moon. Let's put that in there. Gotta have a moon, right? It's so sad that the sun is big. The sun is smaller than the moon. And I'm assuming these go in here. Now I always like to match the picture exactly. Now the reason being I do that is so somebody doesn't sit there and, which I've had it happen, they'll literally count studs and say, oh, you made a mistake there. I'm like, well, how do you know? I counted all the studs that you did. You're like, oh. Something that I think is minute that I don't care about, they'll do that. Okay, so this one goes here. It's nice that they made this part here, but I think this is supposed to be like dusk. It's pretty, actually. Okay. So, well, we're already on the back. So, I'm gathering that, let's focus here. I always use the manual focus. So what they want you to do is they tell you to slide in here. So it's supposed to rest on these at the bottom. It doesn't do me any good. And then you just slide this one in here like this. And this goes in the back. That's why it's flat tiled. So I'm assuming that you can just take these out and you'd flip them around if needed. Let's take a look here and see. Well, except for the little accident down there, it looks pretty good. Pretty dark in there too. There it is. Here. We'll pretend that this is... Let's pretend like this is a talent show, and you could just sit here and dazzle everybody with your voice. Well, if he can stand on this, maybe he doesn't. Here, we'll put you right up against the edge here, and have you look down and go, oh! That's pretty far. Yep. Now, let's start on the seating. The seating on this looks okay. It is what it is. It's just a 2x14 and we're just placing these on here. So that's what this plate went to. Oh, I thought maybe it ran short. No, you got to put this here. It's almost like what I made a while back for the barber shop and the waiting room furniture. Kind of similar. A little more normal looking and realistic, but sure this would be fine for what we're using this for. And that's what it looks like so far. And we're almost done with this, surprisingly. So these go here, and then we're going to have to put regular plates on the top. Why didn't they flat tile that off, I don't know. Maybe those are the cup holders. It's going to say ashtrays, but yeah. Alright, I'll get that in there, and then we take these. Now in the book, they show them that goes like this. Now I'm going to have to put it together like that. If it were up to me, I would put them like this. But I guess they don't want you to stay in this theater too long and get comfortable, so we're going to have to put those tubes in the back. So just imagine those digging into your guest. That'll prevent them from staying around too long, huh? And they show that this attaches to here. Now, I have one extra one of these, and I'm not sure where it went. Now, Lego has been known to send me the wrong parts here and there. So that could have been it. But we'll hang on to it. So this is what you get for bag 4. Then we're just going to go ahead and do bag 5 because, well, let's take a look at it real quick. So here's bag 5, and we're building that right there. So it's one side. Let's go ahead, we're going to wrap up bag 5 in this installment. And this is another one of those vertical ones. And let's get started here. Yes, my unprofessional sorting trays in different sizes and colors. They work good for Jay. Alright, let's get these out of here. Yes, you can see that just fine. Let me just focus in on that. Now, one of the things I've learned through the years doing tutorials and such, another kind YouTuber told me how to do this. This guy was big. He had a lot of subs. He was a popular Lego builder. And I always had a problem with the camera just auto-focusing on doing tutorials. And he was a nice guy, kindly chimed in. This is back when the Lego community was very friendly, and he says, turn off autofocus. He goes, trust me, it works. You put it on auto, let the camera adjust for a few seconds, and you turn it back on manual. So I do that, and you don't get that autofocus effect, which is cool. As I remember when I do some of my older stuff, it was just a lot of people were saying it was bugging them out. I didn't understand it until I actually watched it one day. It's like, oh, you were right. You know, it is kind of bad. Okay. Yeah, because I really do need to get on the tutorial. You know, when these ideas are hot in my mind, I gotta get them done. Wait a minute, this is supposed to go like this. I was getting confused there. Three and a 6 and a 3. How it goes. There we go, and you know what? My stomach's been growling, and I had a big dinner tonight, and we had rotisserie chicken. Pretty yummy, seasoned and everything. And sounds like I haven't eaten in a while. Can really only make dinner through the weekends. As the weekdays, it just depends. Sometimes I'm working early, most times I'm working late. I don't get home until later, and all that boring stuff. Okay, and we put those on there. I'll print it off with one of these. And just so happens we gotta put a sticker. At least it's on one of these things. I do need those for a grocery store, but no. So you obviously know what's going to happen to these stickers when I'm done. Jay, you gotta spare the stickers. Do I really have to spare them? Well, it's bubbling. Let's take the brick separator and see if I can pull that out. This is why I hate stickers. And I'm about to say a bad word right now. You know, that's why these type of sets get such a low rating from me. You gotta have positive reviews. No. Positive reviews are reserved for the sets that the creators put a lot of time in. Putting stickers on something here is just kind of like we're too lazy and cheap to manufacture the parts. See, it's starting to peel up because I had to grab onto the corners. So, got that nonsense out of the way. Okay, then we got to build 2 of these here. Yep, got to get her done today. You know, the difference with doing the stuff that I want to do, like these are deadline sets. And that's the only thing I hate about this program is that you have so much time to get these done, to get them handed in. It's like having homework. Wish I had homework from my MOCs, but then again, that'd be a job. So I wonder what goes in here. Oh, more stickers. Fantastic. And it's on this piece of dark, well, it's just a black piece. I really don't have use for these, so putting a sticker on that is not too bad. So something like this I'll probably just keep on there. All of this will look nice if it was transparent. Then you could put a light behind it. There we go. Of course, if you put it upside down, you can always pop it out, flip it around. It looks like you could just put a light in here. That's what it looks like you can do, but no. What does the back of this look like? Oh, okay. Okay, so I could take it that these right here are going to clamp onto that. So we may have one side of this put on tonight. It'd be pretty cool to see that happen. There's not a whole lot left to put on here, really. That is a 1x6. Really? I don't have a 1x6. Oh, there it is. It's hiding. Found it. And these 2 columns. These are okay if you want to build like some support columns for something. These are decorating around the sticker. And this goes here. And I do need these in white. I wish they'd make different sizes of those, make great track pieces or tiles that go off to the back and you can tile up against a wall for extra support. Okay, so let's put these here. Okay, that's as far as we go with those. And this just sits here. What's this here? Oh, more of those. Okay, I got you. Yeah, Lego, I don't disagree with you here. Let's just use those because those are a cool brick to have. And of course, don't forget this. Just make sure it's facing away from you. Yeah, but I think this would look awesome if you put lights. I'm sure if you modify this, you can really make this stand out. It's a friend set, but like I said, the ideas are there. This is just meant for a smaller builder. And we're not putting a sticker on that tile? Really? I like these 2x4 round tiles. And there's no sticker on that. Wow, oh, I hope there's not going to be a sticker on that. No, we got lucky. That's like, yes, that has been spared. You know, one of the things I'm always afraid of when I'm doing these recordings is forgetting to hit the record. Would I ever take this whole thing apart and start all over? No, I'd just kind of wrap up and tell you what I did. I'm just using a plate right now to straighten these up. Okay. And we just put those on there, and we put the next stuff on here. I think the last time I've been in a movie theater was probably back in the 80s. I'm not much of a person that likes to go to theaters. I'd rather watch it at home. You know, call me lame, but I remember seeing Back to the Future and such. Alright, so this one goes right in the middle. And then the two tiles. This really is a nice colorful build. It's just the color palette's all over the place, which is cool. It's not like one of my builds where I kind of keep everything kind of subtle. No, this is all over the place, which is good. And a whole lone step just for this. Oh, I see, and that's not a bad idea. So what they did here, if I can find it, they just take one of these white telephone receivers and then they stick the lights in like this. As a matter of fact, that's not a bad idea. You know, like a wall sconce that you would put in your house? That's not a bad idea. It's a really clever idea to use the phone receiver as a wall sconce. And then we don't want anybody touching the sticker, so we put this here. We got to protect the sticker. We don't want little hands touching the sticker. And I know what I forgot. There's supposed to be tiles down in here. So we better put those in next. Sometimes you'll forget something until like a bunch of steps down. I wonder how we're going to finish these off. Right, I see. And we're going to have to make two of these. So we'll speed through that. Wait, there's some tiles without stickers. That's good. No stickers on these bad girls or bad boys or whatever you want to call them. We will not put stickers on that at all. And there's a track piece. That's like we're going to connect that. We didn't have any 1x2s, but now there they are. And then set those in like that. And honestly, this makes it a nice big bulky door frame. Really, this set has a lot of good inspiration in the build. Lots of good inspiration. And we are going to have to put more stickers on. You got to put a sticker on two of these. So TV must stand for ticket booth. And how are you going to get these straight? That's a good question. I'm just going to fix it to one of the corners on this plate here. And then I'm going to center it up like that without pressing it down. Kind of tug it a little bit, get it where I want it, and I'm just going to, I got it too low. And then I'm just going to press this down. And I still didn't get it straight. Go figure. And I got a bunch of these, so I don't really care if these have stickers. So something like that. And then just whoosh, push those down. So the top one is pretty good. The bottom one is just kind of off to the left. I'm not going to make that look perfect. A lot of builders will do that. You know, I try to keep these as raw as possible because these are meant to be raw. This is a raw filming, and I don't want to script these. This goes here. Well, we are missing, no we're not, but they used a square one of these here. So that's what that was for, that square transparent yellow brick, which is pretty cool. Most people use round, but you can use the square version, which is pretty cool. And I've seen guys put lights in these too. And these get attached on here like this. They show that you have to put this thing together first. What I'm going to do is stick these on first. And I'll show you. That's what they want there. To me, it's easier just to set it on like this and be done with it. And that would wrap up this build. So that's it. And bag 6, we will continue on with this. But not tonight, because I got a tutorial to film. And I like doing my tutorials. So this can go in the recycle bin, and this is what pretty much bag 5 did. So 6, 7, 8, we'll finish it up. And hopefully we can get that done in the next installment. I don't know how I got 2 brick separators. I must have grabbed it from somewhere else. So this is what remains on the sticker sheet. I got to do this stuff. I mean, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not too bad. So put that in there, and that is it. Make my thumbnail. I don't know what goes here. It didn't show anything. And I'm gathering that this is probably the outside, so this probably goes in right here. I'm not sure what connects to this, because it's still hanging in on the build. So I think you're supposed to snap that here, and it just closes in like that. But we'll say that for the next installment.